Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Dangerous Relationship. We are on Kei Toyonaga's route, on Chapter 3, Working as an Actor. In the last episode, I feel we may have made some bad choices, but we made our bed and now we have to lie in it. Come on, Dirili, don't be such a pushover. We need to do a little talking back and fighting back. Alright, well let's see what happens in this chapter. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. After returning from work, I jumped in the shower immediately. It was to wash away the warmth and smell of Kei still lingering on my skin. In the end, I joined with Kei, but only because of work. My phone dangling by the charger started to ring. It was a phone call from Kei. I didn't really feel like talking to him considering what had just happened. But if he was calling about work, I couldn't just ignore it. Hello?
Hey, what are you up to?
I was taking a shower. Guess I'll be honest about it.
Oh yeah?
What?
Oh, I just pictured your naked body.
Is that all you called for?
You know about the drama scheduled for tomorrow?
Yeah? Did something happen with it?
No, you don't have to show up though.
Why not? I'm your personal stylist. I should go wherever you go.
You're just my stylist by name. Take tomorrow off and rest up.
Fine.
And don't ask so many questions.
But...
I don't need to explain myself to you. Just do what I say. You're my toy, remember? I'm hanging up. Good night.
He ended the call without letting me get in another word. I sighed to myself and stared down at my hands. Kei made me do what he wanted and controlled me like a puppet. Now I knew what it felt like to be his toy. The next day, I headed into town for a change of pace. At one point, there was a big gathering of people on the sidewalk. I slipped to one side and pushed my way through.
Don't cut through here, you'll ruin the shot.
Huh? So?
Oh.
If you're here, that means...
Yeah, we're doing a shoot for the drama here.
So Kei must be here too, right?
He's just over there.
So flicked his finger the other way where Kei was standing. He was scowling at the camera and looked very annoyed to be there.
Oh, I'm doing exactly what he wants. Don't look at me. I didn't say that. Hold it, you two. Kei, just relax and we'll try it again.
Apparently, Akira also had a part in this drama as well.
Are you still planning to be a stylist?
Yeah. I had already gone too far with Kei to back out now. Maybe that was why it felt so awkward to answer. So looked back at me dubiously. Deep in thought, perhaps, he turned his attention back to the scene being filmed.
Cut. Relocate to scene 21.
The crew was done filming here. They packed up all their gear and lugged the cameras and lights to the next area. It's one of Kei's scene now. We're in for a long one.
How many times do you think I'll take? The record's 8, right? How bad can you get?
The staff snickered as they passed by. I wondered if Kei was having a rough time today. Cameras are set. Start whenever you're ready.
Scene 21, action. I can't believe it. How could you leave me and go to another man? Cut. Kei, look around you. If you stand there, your whole face is in the shadows. Well, isn't that the job of the lighting crew to fix? Well, just turn this way and we'll do it again. Take 2. I can't believe this.
Kei grumbled while moving into a position more covered by light. Take 2 already? This is going to be good.
He's impossible to work with, and so bad at acting it's a miracle he still has a job.
I bet his office is going to get all they can out of him for a few years and toss him out. If they really want him longer, they'd be sending him to acting workshops and stuff.
Yeah, he's just too stupid to realize it himself.
You notice how he plays the same role in every show he's in? The staff sneered and joked about Kei while watching him perform in the distance. I was well aware that the staff didn't have the greatest opinion of him. He never got along with them, so it was no surprise they were picking on him. Still, it wasn't the easiest thing to hear since he was my client.
Dirili, is that you?
Oh, hello, Akira.
I knew I recognized your face. What are you doing here? Are you working on the drama today?
Not really. I was just passing by. I just happened to be walking by and saw it being filmed.
You did, huh? Did you get to see my acting at all?
Just for a minute.
Oh man, I'm so embarrassed.
Well, I'll see it on TV later, I'm sure.
Acting isn't my specialty, so I probably looked like a moron out there.
Not at all, I thought you were great.
Really? Thanks. Only you would be nice enough to say something like that. The director kept making us retake it over and over. I thought I was going to cry.
Akira joked with me while he complained about the shooting.
Hey.
Kei must have finished shooting because he had sneaked up behind Akira.
What do you think you're doing chatting it up with my girl? Huh? Your girl? You mean, you and Dirili are a pair? Are you serious?
Akira was taken aback and stared at us in disbelief. I'm sure anyone else would have done the same. Some of the staff that were near us turned their heads our way curiously. How was I supposed to handle this? Actually, I wondered if we could actually be considered a couple. We had done some things together, so there's at least something going on. I glanced toward Kei to see if he had an opinion.
Oh, I'm just joking. I'd never go out with a girl this trashy. But I think she might have something for me, though. Who can blame her?
I do not. I was just playing along with your joke. Fortunately, we were able to pass it off as nothing but horsing around. Even if it was a joke, though, getting called trashy by him really hurt my feelings.
Jeez, you scared me there. I thought you really were together for a second. So what is your relationship exactly?
Are you going to ask me out again? I'm his personal stylist, so I go with him everywhere now.
Really? Neat. That sounds like a real privilege.
How long have you been hanging out with him today, Akira?
I was doing her a favor. She'd be stuck doing crappy jobs all her life if it wasn't for me. I'm so generous. I'm practically an angel.
I strained to hold back all the nasty things I could say about him. Being his personal stylist, I probably shouldn't speak ill of him. Kei, you and I are in the next scene together. We should practice the dialogue a little bit more before shooting starts. So I come over and kindly asked Kei if he wanted to practice.
Shut up. You know why they call it a break. Because you aren't supposed to work.
Fine. Holding the script in hand, So ignored his nasty remark and went off to study it alone.
You, come here.
Kei grabbed me by the arm and pulled me away. Wait! Where are you taking me? I'm not even supposed to be here! He dragged me off to an area far away from anyone else. After looking around to make sure no one was near, Kei whispered to me.
What do you think you're doing here? I thought I told you to take today off.
I wondered how I should respond. I have to say I'm worried, though I should just say I was passing by, but oh well. I was worried.
You were you? Worried about me, or worried about the job?
The job, of course. I am your stylist, you know. He raised his chin haughtily, as if he could read my mind.
You did all that with me, and you still just call yourself my stylist? Whatever.
Enough! Is it okay that you weren't practicing the script? You and So are finally in a show together. Why don't you take it more seriously? Remembering the comments the staff made earlier, I tried to talk him into working harder. However, Kei looked at me like it was the last thing he wanted to hear.
Shut up. I don't need to. If you read the script, you'll lose the feeling of saying the line for the first time.
But...
You're a stylist, not an actor. Don't try telling me how to act.
Of course I knew nothing about acting. Anything I had to say was pointless. Still, it didn't seem right for him to be so haphazard about work.
Let's talk about fun things instead.
Like what?
There's a lot of things we could do. Maybe tonight, you want me to come over and tease you?
What are you even saying? What are you going to do if someone hears you say that? Just then.
Hey, the director wants you back and ready for the next scene.
You heard Akira calling Kei back to the shoot.
Damn, spoiled again.
Should be foiled again, really. Foiled again. Those kids.
People have the worst timing.
It's you that has the bad timing. You always choose bad moments to do these things.
We'll finish this talk later when we're all alone. What do you mean alone?
Akira overheard us and looked back and forth between our two faces. He's joking again. I really wish he would stop it.
Really? Yeah, it's funny to see her reaction. Let's head back to the shoot.
Kei motioned to Akira, and they went back to the cameras together. Now all by myself, I crouched down and sunk to my knees. I remembered I wasn't even working today, so there was no reason I had to stay. But for some reason I couldn't leave without making sure Kei wasn't causing trouble. And how exactly am I going to stop him if he is? With that in mind, I headed back to find them. When I found the cameras, Kei was performing a monologue scene.
I just can't believe all that she said was a lie. How could I, after she said she loved me so much? Kei, no, no, no. You were just betrayed by your lover. You need to be more depressed than that. Think of how heart-wrenching it would feel, and go with that. I'm reading it exactly how it's written on the script. It's not just about saying the words. The right expression and emotions are just as important as what's on the script. You don't think I know that? I'm an actor.
Kei was having loads of trouble acting out the scene. Meanwhile, the staff watching on were bad-mouthing him from behind the cameras. Just how long is this one scene going to take? If he has enough time to flirt with that girl, he should at least know his lines.
You mean that new girl?
Yeah, I guess he's after her now.
Is that a surprise? Every time you see the guy, he's with someone else.
Their comments pierced my heart like a spear. That's why I told you it wasn't a good idea. So sneaked up behind me and whispered in my ear. I don't care. I can handle myself. I'm a big girl. Just then.
So, are you ready for the scene? I'd like to film as soon as you're ready.
I'm ready. I can go whenever. He strolled over to the director and waited for the next order.
Alright, hide behind that tree so you're off the camera. When you step out from behind it, I need you to say this line right here.
Okay, got it.
Alright everyone, scene 24, action!
The cameras began to roll. Sol stepped out from behind the tree as we anxiously awaited his lines. How gullible can you be? Chills ran down my spine when I heard him speak. Don't you realize that everything she says is just a lie? The man I was looking at was no longer Sol. He was similar, sure, but his presence and expression were anything but.
Cut! Nice work, Sol. You're doing great today. Let's just get the next scene filmed while we're on a roll.
Sure thing. Sol turned back to the cameras without hesitation, and they started filming again. The whole time he was performing, I couldn't peel my eyes off him. He made such an unbelievable character that I forgot I was seeing a scene from a drama. He sure kills it out there, doesn't he? Sure, he isn't as famous as Kei, but it's no contest when you compare their acting.
And that's because Sol worked under a huge actor for so long that he didn't get many big roles.
Oh, so that's why he isn't famous. That makes sense. But he's so friendly and nice. Everyone loves working with him. Just listening to their conversation made me realize how impressive Sol really was.
And then there's Kei. The twins are finally in a show together, but Sol was going to steal the spotlight for sure.
Yeah, it's so bad. They've already had to pull a lot of Kei's lines. It's really painful to watch when they act in the same scene together.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. As bad as Kei is, how did he even make it this far?
It was happening again. Just hearing their conversation about Kei, my stomach churned with anger.
Scene 25. Lights and cameras get in position. So, Kei, are you ready? I was born ready. I've been waiting for my time to shine. So, are you all set?
Yeah.
Cameras ready. Scene 25. Action.
The air filled with tension the moment the cameras began filming.
What lie? What do you mean?
Can't you see it? She's been fooling you the entire time.
No, you're lying. I don't believe it.
I never realized it because I had only seen Kei act scenes by himself so far. But when he was with So, his acting seemed so pale and boring in comparison. Apparently, the director was thinking the same thing because he looked dissatisfied.
Cut. Stop.
Kei twitched with frustration, obviously annoyed at being stopped again.
What is it this time?
The director walked over to Kei while shaking his head.
Kei, you've got to act more natural.
He can't because he's never been in love. I have to make him fall in love with me so I can teach him how to act.
I am. I'm doing exactly like you asked. Kei, you've got to do better. This episode is the climax of the whole story.
The director turned around and walked back behind the cameras.
All set? Whenever you're ready. Take 2. Action. No, you're lying. I don't believe it. No. Don't just say the line. Feel the emotions of the character. That's what I'm doing. Don't tell me how to do my job. I'm a professional.
While Kei was being chewed out by the director, I overheard the staff cackling again. A real professional wouldn't screw up something so easy.
I hear that.
The shooting went on and on, with multiple takes for every scene Kei appeared in. By the time filming ended for the day, it was already well into the evening.
Alright, enough. We'll call it a day, pack it up. Good work, everyone.
Nice job. The actors and crew exchanged a few words as the set was dismantled and put away.
What a pain in the ass.
Kei, however, looked absolutely irritated that the scenes had taken so long. And he's gonna take it all out on me. I debated whether or not to say something to him. Against my better judgment, I shall go and say something to him. I thought it would be rude to leave without saying something, so I walked over to Kei. Kei? I'm just asking for it now.
What do you want?
I knew he was angry just by the sound of his voice. I'm going to head home now, so I just wanted to say goodbye. I didn't want to bother him any more than necessary, so I turned to leave. He's probably going to want to go home with you.
Wait.
I stopped and looked back at him. Yes?
Come with me for a bit.
He grabbed me by the arm, not even giving me a chance to refuse. Wait a second. What do you mean? Where to?
The dressing room. I need to change.
The dressing room? I'm not even the stylist for this drama. Annoyed, Kei clicked his tongue at me.
But you're my personal stylist. Just shut up and come.
He snapped at me before pulling me to the studio by the arm. I had no idea what he was planning this time. When we entered the dressing room, Kei popped a question to me.
You were watching the set, right?
Yeah, I saw some of it. Even though I'd had a bad feeling about where this was headed, I'd answered anyway.
Who's the better actor then, me or So?
If I answered honestly, it was obviously So who had performed better. I wasn't sure if answering truthfully was the right thing to do, though.
Well, who is it? Don't you have an opinion?
He pressed me to answer. Oh, I have to lie and say you're the better actor. Why? We need to encourage him to be a better actor, not cater to his
Is that really what you think?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You are bad at lying.
But I'm not lying. Why am I lying? Performing a role isn't always about acting, right? You don't always have to absorb yourself in a role to do a good job, do you? Kei lifted his chin up, his spirits lifting after hearing me.
That's right. I don't even need to compete with him.
What do you mean?
I'm Kei Toyonaga after all. You know how many fans I have. I didn't get them by being sappy and overacting. My fans don't want me to change. They like me for who I am. If I don't act how I always have, I'll lose those fans that got me here.
I see. By the way he was talking, it sounded like he was being obstinate, as if he was saying this to me just to convince himself that it was true. However, deep down inside, he was worried and knew this couldn't go on forever. I really don't think that the proper choices in this game are good choices to make. But, oh well, that's how you have to play it. We'll see how this turns out in the end. Alright, next episode, Chapter 4, is going to be Punishment. So hope to see you there or in one of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.